Hi everyone. I just wanted to share with you today in a little bit of a longer format conversation, um, a little bit about wellness practitioners like myself, and how important it is for us to continue to do the inner and deeper work on ourselves so we can show up for our clients and our community in the best versions of ourselves. And for those of you who don't know, I am a sound therapist and I work with people's biofields. And that is a type of energy work. And I also wanted to share some of the work that I am doing energetically for myself in the Akashic records. And for those of you who are familiar with the biofields, I just want to draw a quick little parallel between the biofield and the Akashic records. And essentially, they are sort of a microcosm, macrocosm of this record that we all contain and carry with us that is dynamic all the time. And when we tap into the Akashic field, which is what I would consider the more macro version of this energy field, we are tapping into sort of the soul, the larger sort of universal aspects of ourselves. And like with working in the biofield, when we encounter things in the fields and can make room for us to process those things, obstacles, experiences, what have you, we can either restore health on a physical, emotional, or spiritual level. We can also find freedom. And that is really what I wanted to talk with you about today, and how that relates to my own personal deep exploration and the inner work that I continue to do as a practitioner. So many of you know that I am an adoptee. I was adopted from South Korea when I was 2 years old. And I have no connection to my birth family. And of course, I've wondered about the origins of my birth and that story that many folks who aren't adoptees do know. I had this really wonderful opportunity to work out in my Akashic field with a practitioner who can guide me through that process. And I won't get into all the details about it, but what I do want to share with you is that through that process, I was able to create a connection, make contact with an ancestor of mine through the Akashic field. And the message that I received from this ancestor was around the adoption and how I was not to believe that I had been rejected, that my soul's journey needed to make an adjustment, and going through the adoption process was the way for me to get to the place where I am today in this community, being able to serve these people. And what that did for me was life-changing. To hear an ancestor say that I was not rejected has given me a level of freedom and the ability to let go of very, very deeply held and painful patterns of limiting thoughts and beliefs. Um, those were formed even before I really had thoughts. Um, so now, to be able to go through my life understanding on a soul level that I am good enough, that I have agency, that I have freedom to choose for my soul and for my purpose. And what I want to share with you about that is that this can happen for you. In whatever capacity you may be seeking freedom, it may be from some kind of physical pain, it could be something emotional or spiritual, but that there is a place, an opportunity, an energetic process that you can go through with a guide, whether it's biofield tuning, whether it's the Akashic records, whether it's other types of sort of deep exploration of oneself. And you show up with curiosity and honesty. This type of freedom can be yours too, and it will change you forever within and without. So I hope that this has given you at least an introduction to a process that can be really helpful on many different levels, wherever you are on your wellness journey. And I hope also for those out there who are adoptees themselves that this process could also be helpful to resolve some questions and maybe some deep patterning around your adoption story too. So I hope this was helpful. I know this was a vulnerable story to share, but I feel like that is one of my responsibilities as a wellness practitioner and someone who has gone through something that could benefit others of knowing about. So thank you for your time. I know this was a long post, and I just wish you the deepest, widest wellness, and thank you.